Hi guys, this is skittflash here, and welcome back to Let's Play Banjo Kazooie. In this part, we're going to be going through Mumbo's Mountain, the first world. Took us long enough, took us only one part, So Banjo Kazooie, as I've explained before, is a lot like Mario 64, but there's a lot of differences. And I'm kind of really don't know what to do right now, because there is so much to explain so quickly that I'm gonna have a really hard time doing this. So, it's essentially a collectathon. It's the staple of collectathons, if you will. You collect a bunch of shit. Notes. There are 100 in each world. Make sure you get them all, because, you need notes. And I can't talk to bottles until I get all the notes. The note doors. Yes, the arbitrary barriers that you need notes to actually open. I didn't say that right, did I? And bottles is scattered throughout the world. He'll teach you different moves. So you actually learn your moves, you don't have all of them right from the get-go. So by talking to him, we get the Beat Buster, or something along those lines. It helps us break things of that caliber. So let's just break these. So I'm going to be exploring around. So, unlike Super Mario 64, I'll explain one thing at a time, I guess. Unlike Super Mario 64, when you of course, the object of the game is to collect MacGuffins, of course. But the thing about this game is that when you actually collect a Jiggy, you don't get thrown out of the world. As a result, it completely changes how, the world is designed, because you have to design it a different way to accommodate the fact that you're not thrown out. You don't have a starting point. You can get things in a random order, any order you want, really. And, the strategy changes, and I'll be explaining that later, after we get the Talon Trot, as in I can't pronounce words. So, yes, Banjo has actually, or maybe Kazooie, Banjo and Kazooie, I'm sorry, they're the duo of destiny, I'll be honest here. They have a lot of powers, a really lot of powers. This game, I remember I had this, I don't know why, I had this really old issue of Nintendo Power, and it talks about, how Banjo Kazooie just blew Super Mario 64 out of the water. Well, I don't think that. I mean, as a personal preference, I do like Super Mario 64 better. I gotta say that this game does bring a lot to the table. I don't know what table you guys sit on, but, it brings something to some table. So with the Talon Trot, we can actually go through, we can actually do a thing. Or something. What is that thing exactly? I have no idea. In fact, I am so lost right now. I had a route. But I didn't know what said route was. Anywho, we probably want to go down and visit the monkeys first. Anyways, I can get these things. Again, there's a lot of... these things are everywhere. The problem is, if you die... Dying in this game is something you just don't want to do, because, we also collected one of those Jinjos, as you saw earlier. And, you don't want to... If you die, you actually lose all the Jinjos you collected for that world, and you lose all the notes you collected for that world. So, simply put, you get kind of clipped. So you don't want that to actually happen to you. So make sure you don't die in this game. You just don't want to. It's bad. And make sure you don't quit the world too. That's why I actually held off on going into this world, because you essentially have to do everything in one run. So if you die, then you have to do a lot over again. And if you have to quit, then again you have to do everything over again. It's just not something you want to be doing. And Chimpy. Chimpy sounds so much like Diddy Kong. I guess Rare just has a bunch of stock generic chimp noises that, they keep in reserve anytime they have to, use monkey noises. I don't know what's up with that. And we got eggs, even more stuff to collect. And because more than one person can't talk at a time, we have to wait for said eggs. The buzzard can learn the ancient ways of egg. I'm listening, Beetle Breath. Such random insults. Do Beetle's breaths really smell that bad? Anything else? Sure, press the bottom button, too, and you can shoot them from behind. Sheesh, sounds painful. And and spitting them out at, an incredible velocity doesn't? Oh, God. One of these eggs is, 4 times as big as your throat. That's just, yeah. So we get 50 to practice with. I feel like we've done a lot, but we haven't explained anything at all. I've talked a lot, but I don't know what I've been doing. I guess you can just visually see what I'm doing and try to imitate that if you actually want to use this as an informative LP. because I'm going through. I am doing things at a really weird route. I'll be honest with you. But it's all in terms of, like, strategy, I suppose. There are 10 Jiggies in every single world, so you want to make sure you get those. And also, oh no, I fell. My plan is all ruined. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing anymore. I'm out of my route. That's gonna extend this part by what, 10 seconds or something. I'm always complaining about time because I am back to the collectathon games. And as you all know, I'm always obsessed about being good at them, or at least somewhat good at them. So there's always that. And of course, Banjo and Kazooie have their fanfare whenever they collect a Jiggy. And that'll get annoying really quickly now, won't it? But now we got 4, and Klungo still wants to hurt us. What the hell, Klungo? I thought we had something like a truce going or something. Man, you don't want to be double-crossing Banjo Kazooie. They'll wreck your shit up. But more Jinjos. You collect 5 in each world, and you get another Jiggy. So you have to collect stuff to collect even more stuff. That sounds like classic, sounds like normal, everyday collectathon logic to me. I mean, nothing weird about that. Slopes. This slope is too slopey to actually, use the Talon Trot on. You have to be an ant, or rather a termite, to actually do this. And because I totally suck at this game, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing right. This is nerve-wracking, man. That's like one of the simplest things to do ever, and I'm not doing it right. So, that's a good omen for things to come, right? Me sucking. Obviously, I mean, in the first part, I kind of pegged myself that I would be sucking at this game, because I honestly haven't done as much practice as I would have liked to. But, you can't have everything, I suppose, so let's just try to have fun while doing this. I'm having fun, obviously. I've been talking a mile per minute. I mean, obviously, when I run out of stuff to say, it's gonna be awkward, but, As for now, this is pretty easy. The first world in this game, honestly, is pretty easy, but again, it gets more and more difficult. More and more big, most like. The thing about this game is, being good at this game isn't necessarily about, just, like, knowing all the cool tips and uber tricks like it is in Super Mario 64. Probably a bigger importance with this game is actually just being able to manage your time really well, like picking out the fastest route to get all the stuff, and making sure you do that quickly and efficiently. And you know just how I'm all about efficiency, so I'm just a sucker for this game, I suppose. We got Mumbo tokens. You need 5 before you can actually speak with Mumbo, so make sure you get those. And we might as well get a Jiggy in here. Oh, wait, I forgot to F up his tower. Silly me, I'm getting ahead of myself. So now that we got the egg power, we can feed, Juju. Attack? Is that you? No, what am I talking about? So just spit in his mouth. And once you get the 3rd one, that's not the 3rd one. Before you actually kill the 4th one, you actually want to go up here and use him as a footstool to get this empty honeycomb. If I'm not mistaken, there are 2 empty honeycombs in every single level, and it's always 2 in every single level, so you don't have to worry about that. So there's a bunch of Jiggies we haven't collected that we have to cash in on. There's a reason I haven't actually cashed in on them, and that's just because of efficiency. Me Mumbo, best shaman in all game. Haha, this game happens to break the 4th wall quite a lot, if that wasn't apparent. Mumbo's magic tokens, find tokens, help Banjo. And we have 5, we need 5, everything just works out in the end, doesn't it? Press B to see Mumbo's magic. Sounds lovely. Stand on the pad and press B. Not very often you use press B to confirm things, do you? So we turn into a termite, or an ant, as pretty much anyone who plays the game will first tell you. So termite bit small, but he can climb slopes. The reason I actually didn't get all these Jiggies is because you don't have to watch the fanfare every time you get a Jiggy, when you're a termite, because termites don't have fanfare. How unfortunate. But that just saves me some time. And you know how obsessed I am with time. Funny story, if I was obsessed with time, I wouldn't even turn into a termite for the first place, because you can actually trick your way out of this and not have to be a termite to get up here. The problem is I kind of suck with this game. You, termite, quit being mean. Let me get this Jiggy. And my cat's still on top of my TV, so I can see next to nothing. But yes, the slopes get really steep. More steep than the Talon Trot can even handle. And I guess these guys really want to mug me. Well, not today, termites. I'm sorry, but not today. I'll get that extra life some other never. So, there's 9, and luckily these guys, you know, wind resistance, terminal velocity. I'm sure there's some science behind that. That or they just fall really slowly. And here's the 10th Jiggy at the level. So now we have all the Jiggies. We're only 6 notes away from getting all the notes. We've got all the Jinjos, we've got all the all the empty honeycombs. So if you go to the totals, over here, Mumbo's Mountain, we got everything we need in 10 minutes. That's a decent time. So now we can bail, and luckily we actually want to bail as a termite, because if you remember, we activated a switch that helps us get something in, yes, and Grunty's notes allows you to not take notes out of the level, which kind of sucks. It's just a cheap way of saying, like, hey, when you leave, all the notes reset. And we need to be a termite to actually get up here. Well, no, not necessarily. We just gotta not suck, but I have to be a termite because I'm not that good at this game. So now if we bail, Momo's magic get weak. Animal turn back or magic go. Oh dear, you mean I can't be a termite anymore? How horrible. I don't know what stop interrupting, Mumbo. Too much voices going on right now. Voices in my head. Magic all gone, go back to bear and bird. Not my original form. That's just horrible. Oh, and fun fact, I'm going to be using Trot for the majority of this game, because it's just so much faster, and I'm all about speed, right? So you need notes to open a note door. Go figure, we needed 50, we had 100. That seems to be a recurring thing, me just having much more than I actually need, but it doesn't matter. Yes, come on, how many do we need? It's already open. You can stop now. And it's based on all your notes scores. That's their cheap little way of saying that, like, you know, notes disappear. You can't keep these things. I feel like everything's darker than it really should be. Whatever. Don't really care. Actually, no, you know what? I do care. Let's see if I can't change that. Fun fact, I can't. So, let's just not whine anymore. So, well, first off, we want to go here. Damn it, cat. Stop blocking everything. To remove pieces you've already put, in case you don't have enough jigsaw pieces, you press some button, and you can get to see him. But now we unlocked the next world, Treasure Cove Trove. Unlike Super Mario's 64, if you use your jigsaw pieces to actually fill out a puzzle, then you actually lose them, unlike just being able to keep them in a total. I mean, it's still going to count towards your grand total. I mean, I have 9? Well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't count towards your grand total, but there is a grand total, and it still counts towards that, so, you know, you don't have to worry about losing them forever. I mean, you do, but it's not really that important. You don't have to worry about that. So we activated a warp point. The hub world in this game is actually really big, so as a result, you might need good old Cauldron over there to warp past places once you have the actual ability to do so. Oh boy, this chick. I might as well talk to her once. I probably won't. I'll probably stop doing this. It's Brentilda's nicer sister. Doesn't look that much better. So you know all of Grunty's disgusting secrets, and you'll teach her a lesson by laying on the dirt about her, because that's fantastic. It will save you from a fiery fate. How about that foreshadowing? So talk to her, and you get to learn some really TMI facts about Grunty. Baked beans, huh? Okay. Why? Why would you do that? That's just... why would you go out of your way to be really disgusting like that? Either way, we can learn stuff about Grunty by doing that. More importantly, she'll actually refill your life, so that's cool. That's a thing. But we've done this. We've been Banjo Kazooie-ing for a good 14 minutes. And as I've stated before, I don't really want to go into Treasure Trove Cove yet, because if I leave, then I'm gonna have to repeat doing stuff. So instead of actually going in there, I'm not gonna go in there. So hooray! In the next part, we'll be doing Treasure Trove Cove. So until then, this has been skittflash. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Bye.